got for you today? Well, yesterday I actually created, less than 24 hours ago, I actually created a complete online course, and I'm going to show you how I did that, where the course is, where it fits into my education business, and how you can do the exact same thing too. So that's what we're going to cover. I'll go as quickly as I can. Again, I started making this, it's 2:05 right now. About 21 hours ago is when I started doing this, and I'll show you exactly what I went through. So if you're struggling to create your first online course, or you're having trouble creating it, you're finding it takes a long time to do, you're going to want to watch this and see how this pans out, what I did, and how you can do it too. So if you don't know who I am, it's James Maduke. I have a site called trainingsites.io, and I help people start, build, and grow their education business. And this is part of the process that we teach. In fact, the course that I did was about my education business, my map, and we go through the 10 steps on actually how to build an education business. And that's kind of where it is. Now, a lot of people find themselves kind of paralyzed or stuck where they don't know how to do it, or they're afraid to get started because they don't know exactly what happens when. And again, there's all sorts of other material that I have. I'll try and put the links to the videos that I think they're important ones on YouTube, and also in the trainingsites.io campus. I'll try and put the links to those as well. But the thing that I want to kind of get across to you is that there's different kinds of courses. And the course that I'm talking about right now is a content course. So I'm teaching you, or I'm sharing content with you, and I'm giving an overview of a process. That's a content course. I have other mini courses and micro courses which teach a specific process with a specific kind of outcome that is available at the end of the process, which is more in depth. And finally, there's transformational courses, is really what an education business is all about. And that's about a complete program. So what we're doing today is we're talking about the content that's involved in the process. That's what I created. Now, I create courses all the time. This particular one, I'll show it to you. We'll go over a couple things. The first thing that I'm going to do is show you where this fits in my business model, why I have it, where it's have it, show it to you, and then we'll actually get in and I'll show you the different screens and stuff that we did. So I'll show you right now. I'll actually open up, this is the page where the course is at right now. And you can see that there's actually, if I bring this over, I'll scroll it up. We got 11 lessons, 3 topics, and it's about getting started, the campus map, getting started, building your course on campus, and growing your education business. So this is the 10-step process about the education business, and you can see that there's a number of lessons here. So the course is here on the site. If we want to take a look at it and we get into it, I can open it up and you can see there's a video. We've got some descriptions, lesson objections, the 10 steps. If we want to go down and build into the next one, we've got all of the content here. It was created and it's here and it's available to you. Now this course is free and it's also available on YouTube as a playlist. Now I have this as content, as a content course. It's free on YouTube. I actually created live streams and went directly to YouTube and have the videos here as well. But I've also included additional resources on my campus or on my education business that aren't available on YouTube. So I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. And the part for me is that this course that I created is an entry level or a lead magnet for my education business that has a central hub and spokes, which are mini courses or micro courses that document the process. So think of it this way. I got all this YouTube stuff about content, and some of the content is in the form of content courses on YouTube, but they come down into individual courses that are about tiny pieces of my main topic, which of course is helping you start, build, and grow education business. So this is part of a system, and it's in 2 places: on YouTube to generate leads. It's on the site for free. I'll include the link for it, where you can go through all of the steps with the transcriptions, additional resources, and downloads that you can't get on YouTube. So that's where it is in my process. This particular site that I'm working on right now is a WordPress site. It's trainingsites.io. And other interesting story here is this is a simplified version or course delivery system that is a little bit different than the site was before, and we're kind of transitioning stuff over. And how you deliver courses is one of the steps actually that we cover in that map and how it fits into your business. So on the left-hand side here, you should be able to see we've got some free courses here and paid courses. This one right here is 10 Steps to Building the Education Business. It's one of the free courses. I've got 40 other courses that we're just moving over, but that's where this particular one fits in. So how did I come up with this? How did I get started? How did all of this get into place? Let's take a look at that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up the first part of this process for creating these online courses. And what you should see on the screen is a map. I use Xmind and I have some courses on how to use this. But if you take a quick look, I've got these 10 steps for the map. This is the actual map that we have for building out a campus or an education business. And I just use these 10 kind of steps or parts on the map. And these are the individual lessons in the particular course that I created. So I mapped out everything first just to figure out what is the order or what are the topics that I actually wanted to cover. So that's the first part of my process, is making some kind of mind map or lessons that you want to at least follow. Now you notice I haven't talked about using ChatGPT or any of these AI tools to create a syllabus. I wanted to have my own map because I knew what I wanted to talk about. If you don't yet, you can do some brainstorming on ChatGPT or Claude or Notebook or any other cool tools are available. And in fact, I have additional videos on how to do that. But I kind of knew the steps to my map. It's my process that I teach people or that I'm experienced with. So I knew the pieces of it, and I just started off with a map. So I had an outline of the steps that I wanted to follow. So that's kind of the first thing there, was taking a look and seeing where the key steps or the 10 lessons that I wanted to put together. So what happens after that? What do you do after that? Where does this all go? I'm going to show you what, or tell you at least what I did in particular, the process that I have after creating this map. What I did personally is, because I knew I was going to put it on YouTube, I created live streams, and the live streams were just going over each of the individual lessons and talking about some talking points that I knew that I wanted to cover to explain. As an example, let me just pull this one down here so we can see it. This one actually makes me collapse a little bit. There we go. I wanted to talk about the 5 key pieces or steps that I talk about when you pick a topic. So all I did is I had these kind of 5 pieces that I picked up, and lesson 1, I just talked. I did a live stream where I introduced the idea, talked about what these things are and where they play out in the process, and gave a little bit of an expanded view on it. And that's why this one is just kind of a content course. I'm laying out a little bit of a process, telling the pieces, but I'm not telling how to actually do the pieces in this content course. Now, I'm showing you a content course. The same thing that we're talking about applies if you're doing a fuller course, but this one with these 10 steps and where it is in my hub and spoke and my education business, I don't need to go into each of these individual details. And in fact, you could have a whole complete process course on just this one topic, and that in fact is one of the spokes in a hub and spoke model. But I'm just introducing it. This is kind of the what to do part that is available as an introduction to the business, introduction to the main topic, and something that can be used on YouTube and as a basic course. So I just did live streams, and I did 10 live streams. Each of them were anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes long, and I did them one after each other on YouTube. And in fact, they're actually available on YouTube. And if I open one up and let's take a look here, let me go back to my channel content and we'll take a look at a playlist here. And if I look at the playlist, oh, pardon me, let's go back here. Let me see if I can open this one up. Yeah, let's open this one up. See, it's there. Where are the videos for that one? Yeah, there's the videos right here. So here's my playlist. I have the 10 courses. We got 627, 520, 644, 427, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. So I did 10 live streams just very, very quickly. And the cool part is when you do the live streams, were they perfect? No. Did I have to do video edits? No, they were one-off takes. I did them just live using some of the tools that we've talked about before, like StreamYard, like Riverside, and in my case, I use Ecamm, and we just did live edits, single takes. And the reason I do them live is just in case someone goes on, but these were not publicized, not promoted. It's just available on Ustream, and it's good practice. And if someone views it, that's fine. If someone doesn't and I muck it up, I just do another live one so that I had 10 pieces of each of those ones. So I got my information that's here. I record it. What do I do next? Well, the one thing I had to do, of course, is it's on YouTube. So I wanted to make sure that I had a good title across the top here. And I wanted to make sure that I had a description and a thumbnail. So where did those come from? Well, of course, what I did is I went to ChatGPT and brought over, let me see if I can get this a little bit bigger for you. Looks like I have access to Canvas on ChatGPT, but what I did is I just went and I used some prompts that I've shown you before on, first of all, asking for, give me 10 title ideas. So I needed to put a title and a description. I just used ChatGPT, telling ChatGPT what the module or the lesson is about, giving a little bit of description of the topics that I covered, and then asking for it to give me 10 ideas. You can do this very, very easily, and it comes up with ideas. Okay? I tell it what kind I'm using, and I say, write a description of what's being covered. There's a description. And then I said the description focuses on this. Add a YouTube thumbnail text for it. So all I did is I got some text for it. And where did I go with that? I went quickly over to Canva. And we'll open up Canva here. And all I did is I used a template that I already had and changed the text. So what have I done? I've got a title for the lesson, I've got a description for the lesson, and I now have a thumbnail for the lesson. And that's exactly what I did and what I used when I created any of these topics. What's the lesson about? This is the description I got from ChatGPT. What's the lesson title? It's what I got from ChatGPT. Now, of course, you add your own flavor and you get a little bit of creative with it based on what you want. But all I did is I went through that little bit of a process, right? Do a live stream, cover the topics that I had in my map, talk to the camera as best I can, share the screen that I had of the map and explaining the map while I'm doing it. And then I got a title, a description, and a graphic, and then I've uploaded it to my campus or my platform where I'm hosting my content for my education business. So I put it in. That's all that's happened. And when I go back to the course, you can see that it's here and we've added it. And there's only a couple things that are missing right now. This is, again, is under 20 hours or 22 hours before the last time that I did that. I put it together. I worked a bit on it this morning. I did 2 hours, 2.5 hours to create the videos yesterday. The only thing I've been doing today as in between calls is I've been doing that little bit on ChatGPT with the titles. What's left? Well, a couple things are left. Because I put the videos up on YouTube, what happens is after they're available on YouTube, I'll open this one up so that you can see it. Okay, make sure. What happens is because I put them up yesterday, there isn't a transcription available for them. But a little bit, uh, shortly, what's going to happen is that there's going to be a transcription that is available for this. And I've talked about a tool called Glasp. So let me just go back to my channel here, and we'll pick up the video that I did yesterday, which is this one here. So I did this one about my campus blueprint. I was talking about the pieces here. And you'll notice up on the right-hand side here, it says transcript and summary. This is going to be available for all of the lessons I just did yesterday, probably tomorrow when the transcription's done. And when I'm ready, all I need to do is use this little widget, which is glasp.co. It's a free extension for Chrome. And what it does is as soon as I click this button here, it's going to give me a transcription of the video that it's associated with. So all 10 videos that I did, there's a transcription in YouTube for it. And what I need to do is just go and click this button, and it's going to open up ChatGPT for me, take the transcription, and then in my case, it's summarized version of 10 bullet points of the transcript with the title. So it's giving me the bullet points and the content and the transcription. Now, what can I do with this? I can immediately take this and copy it. I can't copy this one because it's not the one that's appropriate for the course, but I would just go and I'd copy this, do a copy, go back to my course, pick out the lesson that it's about, and I would paste it in, make any changes that I need, but I now have additional material that explains all of the stuff from the transcription that is actually in the course. I didn't have to transcribe it, it's done for me. Now I have to do that still with all 10, and I'll do it when the transcriptions are available. And then here's the last part. Some people may go and look at this and they go, okay, great, there's a video. Maybe you put a transcription in there, but where does this all fit in? How do I remember it? It's content you're sharing with me, some steps you're sharing with me, but kind of for me to remember this one piece, you got 10 keys. How does that all go in? Well, the best part is, of course, is I shared Napkin. And again, napkin.ai was a free tool right now that you can use. And I'm going to sign in. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that transcription. And let's do a new napkin. It's going to be blank. And I'm going to take my content and I'm going to paste it in. This is the content that I just got from the transcription. And of course, what I need to do is say, give me a graphic that I can use to complement the video and the text transcription that I have. And here is my graphic. I can pick some different styles from here that explains all of the different pieces on how I want this to show up and what can help me in the particular lesson that I'm doing. So I pick one of these things as an example and I look at it and I say, you know what? I like that one, but I want one that's a little bolder. I make some changes to it. I'm going to download this image as a PNG, and then I'm going to go back to my course and I upload my graphic. So what have I got here? Pretty easily, I've created a course, the videos, the transcriptions, the graphics, all from a map and some live streams. This is something anyone can do, and it doesn't have to be 10 lessons. It can be 2 lessons or 3 lessons or 5 lessons, and it's talking about something that you're already doing. This is part of my business. This is the part that I'm expecting you have some excitement about, something that you do on a regular basis, some questions that you answer about something to your particular audience or the audience that you think is important to you. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Again, I tried to go over it quickly. It all starts with that map and kind of figuring out that process that you want to share or the content that you need to share that's about your theme or your topic with your business. Now, if you haven't already, one of the things you can do is, of course, go to trainingsites.io/join or /map, which I put it in here. You can download the map of the 10-step process, and I'll make sure that I'll get you the access to this course that I just did in the last 24 hours so that you can go through the course, watch the videos, download the pieces of the maps that are important, the ones that I cover, and just ask me questions about how you can do this too in your education business. So hope you enjoyed that. My name is James. I got all sorts of these lessons in my head. I'm creating them as fast as I can on YouTube, putting them into mini courses and micro courses. And my education of business is all about helping you start, build, and grow yours. So hope you enjoyed this. We'll be back tomorrow with another great video. Take care, expect the best, and that's it for today.